And we are back. Thank you all for joining us for another episode of Everyone Dice, an all-queer tabletop role-playing game where right now we're playing Dungeons & Dragons. I'm going to pass the mic over to Kiana Lynn, who, aside from having announcements, also created our beautiful new overlay that you can all see now. Look at it. It's so magical.
It's wonderful.
Yeah. Oh, look at there's my name right there.
There it is. There's mine.
Your name is DM.
Yeah, well no. My name is over here. My name is over here. Yeah. And this is my character.
I actually don't know where my name is. Is it here? Is it here? That's my name. That's my fantasy name. Where's my real name? I don't know. Anyways.
Yeah, that's the problem with Discord is we're mirrored on our screens, but that's not how we actually look on the actual screen.
So for you all, if you want to do that, it is
Nope,
bottom right
Bottom.
for you all. Yes, that is where your name is.
Here's my name.
Yeah.
But okay, this week, I wanted to bring to you all the juicy, delicious fruit that is Tabletop Roulette. Tabletop Roulette is an actual play anthology podcast featuring a rotating cast of game masters, players, and games, especially focused on uplifting the voices of people from marginalized backgrounds. They play all sorts of games and are always looking for new players and GMs, as well as fun new games to try and experiences. You can find them on Twitter at Tabletop RPG or TTRPG Roulette, which is, again, TTRPG Roulette, ROULETTE. I never know how to spell that word, but I wrote it down in front of me and I'm looking at it, and that is how you spell it. Or you can get in contact with them through the Discord listed on their account there. And as always, right before the break, I'll be dropping the password for this week's art raffle, so make sure you stick around and keep your ears wide open for my beautiful voice. And on to Scotty.
So, biggest announcement is Gen Con starts tomorrow, and as we've said before, Logan, who is the only member of Compass Rose Productions not a part of this stream yet, but will be in the future, his big game, the one he's been working on for ages, Strikeout, is going to be at Gen Con all 4 days. I believe the Sunday evening game slot is all filled up, but there are still open slots the rest of Gen Con. So go check that out. Strikeout is on Twitter as strikeout_TTRPG. So go check that out. And yeah, support a queer indie tabletop developer.
Yeah.
He's also an Australian, if that's a bonus.
Yeah.
It is.
May has no bias whatsoever.
None at all.
All right. Well, with announcements out of the way, I think it's time we get started. When we last ventured forth, the 5 of you set off from Luchev, making your way toward the Lurende forest to hunt for answers about the Moongate and other secrets. On your travels, you encountered some bounty hunters, who you met again later that evening. They declared that Cordelia returned with them to stand trial, and made it clear they were not above violent means to secure her. After the party was woken, a fight commenced, to which you all proved victorious. You rested for the remainder of the evening, some of you anyway, and prepared to have a discussion at first light, which is where we pick up now. Cordelia, may do remember you do have a point of exhaustion for... I think that right now that just affects like ability checks and stuff like that. So
I believe it's disadvantage, yeah.
yes. So to you all, Cordelia and I believe Alois was last watch.
I was getting breakfast ready.
Yeah. So Alois is cooking. Cordelia is lost in thought.
Chillin'.
Just chilling.
How dare you just chill and vibe? Alright, we almost died last night.
I can't
Now we
turn
do.
it off. Cordelia's just gonna vibe.
And we're having
Yeah,
rabbit
good choice.
for breakfast. Remember?
Yeah,
Wow.
rabbit chillin'.
Well, we are eating breakfast, Bernie will say. So, I believe we have some things to discuss concerning what happened last night. And she will pull from between the pages of her holy book the wanted poster and place it down. This is
Oh, I forgot to ask. What's like the point of that?
the wanted poster. It's to advertise who exactly they're looking for and in what state and for how much they're willing to pay. For Cordelia, they're looking for her alive, and does it have an amount listed on it or no? Any other information?
Yeah, how much am I worth?
This poster is not a traditional wanted poster. It's more like a police sketch. So like there's no like wanted dead or alive on it. There's no reward or anything. It's just a sketch that was, you might assume it was given to these bounty hunters so they knew who to look for.
Did they get Cordelia's nose right?
Yeah, does this actually, wait, that's a good question. How much like Cordelia does this look? Is it pretty accurate? Is it like bad?
I imagine.
Give me a sec.
I should have sketched this up.
Actually,
Ooh.
it is really well done. Because I rolled a natural
That
18.
makes sense.
I was about to say, if it was a bad sketch and they still went after us.
Just like a stick figure in the bottom left corner of the entire page. It's just like, this was done by my toddler. I want you to go after her.
And there's a scribble that says she lies a lot. So
The
that
wanted
helps
poster
too.
of Cornelius.
So, after Bernie has explained that, Alois would just say, "But what's the point of that? You can just find him."
Well, not everybody possesses the magic to just find somebody. Others must rely on more
Mundane
yeah,
means.
mundane means. And in this case, I believe the name was... Okay, here's the issue.
Mm-hmm.
I read all my notes on this postcard. And I do them very quickly because we're playing live, and I
So you
can't
can't
read my own
read your
handwriting.
writing?
Right.
I believe this word is Phaeton, and then there's a word at the bottom that is either Tatlos or Taftus. Or
I
don't know.
I don't recall saying any of those words last session.
There was in the name of one of the guys' book, or he had like a letter in his pocket or something.
Oh,
Somebody named
Oh.
Phaeton. Yeah.
Phaeton.
Phaeton.
Feitan.
I took a shot in the dark when I spelled it,
Yeah,
and I spelled it completely wrong.
That it is a name that is completely foreign to you all, and now that you hear it, Cordelia, you think maybe you've heard it before, but like it's just a name in the dark amongst the plethora of names you've had in your experience.
Not even someone I know wants to kill me. That's rough.
Whoever they are,
How impersonal.
they work with the Onyx Fist. And I look at Shay when I say that, because we both talked about these fools. We know a little bit about who they are.
Okay, sure. I trust that we definitely did talk about this thing.
It's not like a, I'm just like, we talked about it. Look of recognition between us.
Just a knowing look.
Yeah. We left their bodies by the road, but I think it's very likely that they'll be coming after us again. And I think that we should talk about what we should do. And also, Cordelia, perhaps you can shed some light on the situation?
Yes, that's probably fair. Well, I mean, if you aren't around me, then there probably won't be an issue for you. I don't imagine they will give up. I, among a few things, stole something of significant value from them.
What did you steal?
I will hold aloft my harp, my lyre.
Oh.
This. It doesn't look like much, but I can promise you it was worth quite a lot of money.
Shay, you know more, yes, you know more about the Black Onyx than I do. Is it like them to come after people who've just stolen objects? Do they do work for hire?
What do you know about them? What?
Guys, I don't actually know this character. I mean, yeah, they've been known to occasionally come out and do mercenary work, but I guess it's got to be kind of a big deal. Like, they're elite, so why would they come out and fight for just anything?
Well, I guess I'll turn around and lift up my hair, and on the back of Cordelia's neck, she has an onyx fist tattoo.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't think it
That's
was
a nice
worth
fist,
mentioning.
Cordelia.
Thank you. I am not sure how I feel about it anymore, but it's well
I'm
done.
curious, if you were one of them, why did you steal from them?
Have you ever had someone tell you couldn't do something? Someone hold you back?
No.
Yeah.
Love that. Okay, so I get the feeling you might be a bit, and she's looking at you, Bernie, which I get the feeling that you might be a bit upset when I say this. I was a member for quite some time, and one of the higher ups in the Onyx Fist was my husband, and he and many of the other members failed to let me move up those ranks. It sounds petty when I say it out loud.
No.
Wait, how did he do that though? Like, I don't understand.
I don't understand your not understanding.
He didn't
If you
want
deserve
to
a
step
place in
on-
the ranks, why don't you have it? I don't understand.
Well, I think we disagreed on what deserved a place.
Because you were
So-
his wife. Because you're a woman? And listen, not to speak badly of your husband, but that's rather fucked
Oh
up.
no, it's okay. So I took something worth money to go make a name for myself elsewhere. And turns out they don't appreciate that. Which
Well,
I probably should
they
have seen.
can stuff it.
I agree with Zala.
They can stuff it?
I'm trying to get Zala's straight face. Yeah, they can stuff it. And I'm gonna lean down to Bernie. Am I using that right?
Yes, you absolutely are. And I place it, I'm
So-
like, yes, you got
so-
it, girl.
Is
They
that
can
tattoo
stuff
like?
it.
Is that tattoo like a clan marking then?
Yes.
Do you have one, Shay? Or were you were never really a part of them, were you? Well,
But you're not part of it anymore.
I guess not.
Do you want it
Can't.
off?
It's a tattoo.
Yeah, that's pretty easy to do.
What do you mean?
It would only take a few minutes.
What do you mean?
It won't hurt at all.
What do you mean?
I believe Alois means magic.
Yes, but something in her eyes is slightly terrifying.
how would it work? Alois.
Oh, I would just take her out into the woods, and then I would remove the tattoo.
Like with a knife? Because that won't work.
She will have all of her skin, and there will be no more tattoo.
Great. How about I think about it and get back to you?
Is this one of those situations, Cordelia, where you can, like, never truly leave? What would they want with you if you returned? And also, where is your husband and the other higher-ups located in Dublin? Just so I know.
Well, they are all in different areas. It's sort of a. Where was I from? I don't know. Where's the map? I know nothing.
Cordelia.
John's-
You are from Reshev.
Yes, that's the name. I swear I have it written down somewhere.
okay.
I just don't know where that is.
No worries.
Well, my husband is in Reshev, where I'm from, but the fingers extend far beyond that.
So we should cut his fingers off then.
What?
Um,
No, not
I
literally.
don't think that would help. That might actually make things worse.
Not literally, Alois. Is he the number one, the boss, or just up there?
Just up there.
Right, and what about my other question? Is this a situation where once you're in it, you can never leave, or what do they want with you exactly?
Well, I imagine they want a bit of revenge for me leaving the way I did and stealing what I did. Whether that quite means death or something else, I'm not sure. But I don't want to find out. I don't think it would be good.
How long were you a member for? When did you join?
Most of my life. I was a young girl.
Well, it sounds like we can perhaps get done what we need to get done without crossing the path of Reshev. If we stick to the wildlands and fight them off when they come, perhaps it would be easy. Well, maybe not easy, but...
I don't want to make you guys accept this danger. It doesn't have anything to do with
you. Will have a better chance of making it if you are with us.
Oh, undoubtedly. I'm not much of a fighter.
Actually, I meant to... Can I insight check Cordelia just to make sure she's telling the truth about all this?
Of course you can.
Wow. I'm pouring out.
It's not
from my
such a
heart.
50. We don't know.
Ernie,
That's true.
Look, I got a lot of secrets. There's still plenty for episode 50. It's fine.
it's not that Bernie doesn't trust you. She just wants to make sure you're not, leaving out any critical details like the Lord did with his sister. Just sort of conveniently leaving out a big gap. That is a 14.
Cordelia seems pretty upfront.
I'd say, she's not telling you her life story, but she's not leaving out any huge relevant pieces.
There's aspects that you don't quite understand, but you're assuming that's probably because of you weren't born here and you don't have a lot of association with the Onyx Fist.
Alright, well that's okay. Again, she just wanted to make sure you weren't leaving out oh, and by the way, I also killed 15 people when I left. I didn't just take this harp.
Nah, it was just more like 10.
Point of tribe is to be stronger together, protect each other, hold each other up.
I
You
mean,
need that
sure,
right
but we're not a tribe.
We're a group of people. That's a tribe.
We all
I
traveled
always
together.
imagined there was more to it than that.
Trust.
Well, that's very
You have
simple.
trusted us with this.
Well, I put you in harm's way. It seems only fair.
I am in harm's way almost every day. This is not a safe world.
It's fine.
And I thought it was rather exciting.
And also, fuck your husband. You just took You just took an instrument. Maybe he
You
needs
can
to
stop
calm
it.
down.
Oh,
Exactly.
no.
What do you mean when you say that? I don't understand.
I have
Like,
no idea.
You know,
Like what?
I don't like to curse. Oh boy, I don't know how to explain the concept of the word.
He is
can
a
go
horrible
fuck himself.
person. Yes.
Yes, exactly.
Bad person.
And we hate him now.
So we will cut off his fingers.
No.
Again, I think that would make things worse. I really just have to avoid him.
How would it make things worse? He
Well, then
can't
he'd
do
also be
anything.
mad about the fingers thing.
But he can't do anything then.
No, he's in charge of people. He
you've
could
seen
send
Then we cut off their fingers too.
She can kick people very hard without.
You are very interested in cutting off fingers.
the step.
I'm the witness confirmed. I do not give you permission to cut off my husband's fingers.
That's fine. I just need his permission to cut off his fingers.
I don't think he'll give it to you.
There's like... I feel like I'm missing a piece of something here. Like, there's like... there's something here, I feel. Like a question for Shay and Cordelia, and it's like, there's like a piece of a puzzle somewhere, and I just feel like I'm missing it. I'm very frustrated right now. Alright, well, perhaps we should get on the way for today?
Yeah.
I mean, just out of character real quick, considering that she's a warlock, and considering who her patron is, and what she stole was, I wonder what that could be.
There's definitely more to the story. Wait.
But that's out of character knowledge. We don't metagame here.
Any of the rest of you being haunted by people who we might run into on the road? Shay, Eloise. No?
Lucky me.
Oh no, I'm more likely to do the hunting.
Well, as long as they can't get us right now, you know, who cares what's in the past?
You're all far more accepting of this than is probably safe to be, but I appreciate it.
We can take care of ourselves, and besides, you've helped us all out a lot.
During all this, Alois is just gnawing on a rabbit, basically.
Like a cooked rabbit, or
Just, I don't even wanna.
because that's a slightly terrifying sight if it's not cooked.
I'll leave it up to the audience.
I'm gonna politely request that it be cooked, because I can't handle the thought of it not being, personally.
Because it's gross.
If you want it to be, it is, Scotty.
There we go.
Thank you.
Role playing.
Alright.
And boundaries.
Yes.
Get walking for today.
All right. Give me 1 second. I need to go just quickly wash my hands from the burger.
No.
So, on top of Strikeout being at Gen Con starting tomorrow, Preparing for Paris, Logan's other tabletop game, is launching on Kickstarter in just a couple days. It's going to be out on August 1st.
Yay!
You were so prepared with that.
I know.
Just like, boom.
Also, we're sponsored by Grinding Coffee. Use our referral code CompassRosePro.
I'm trying not to swear. I could have just taken my finger off the button, but I didn't. We need to write that. Okay.
We'll get ad copy figured out for Grinding Coffee once Casey's actually received their coffee.
Yeah,
Yes.
true.
It would feel disingenuine to make ad copy when we haven't had a chance to try it yet.
Yeah, that's fair.
Although we're all excited to try it eventually.
I was looking at their
Because
stuff.
a black, queer-owned coffee company is just right smack in line with Compass Rose Productions. So,
Yep.
perfect partnership. Partnership made in queer heaven.
Queer heaven.
Queer heaven.
It sounds so nice.
It's the best heaven. Let's be fair here.
It's true.
Then,
Yes.
That's
Once
where
you're-
Casey came from.
Once or twice.
Down from Queer Heaven to Dungeon Master this game.
makes sense.
From Queer Heaven, born on Queer Island.
Yes, it's not heaven unless it's queer heaven.
That's true.
Right. So with the brief discussion of Cordelia's sordid past, now finished, you wrap up your campsite and set out for the day. Much of your travel, you find, is similar to the days before. It is still raining. It's a bit heavier rain now, but the roads are still travelable. They're just inconveniences, and that there's muddied spots that you have to avoid or push through. Yeah.
Can I interrupt shortly while we're traveling?
Of course.
Pretty early on, I want to draw up beside Cordelia. There is. I said tribe. There is custom among my people when we travel on our journeys to take people as our own, as tribe, even though they are not. Barney is like that. This is why she is allowed to call me by my given name. We are close. You have trusted us with this important, dangerous fact about yourself. So, I think you should also call me by my given name.
I'm flattered. Are you sure?
Yes,
Well,
it is simple. You have trusted, and trust is what makes a tribe a tribe.
thank you for trusting me in return then. Zala. It feels odd
You will
to say.
become accustomed to it.
It's a nice name.
Thank you. My parents spent 3 months choosing it.
Impressive. Well, that means a lot. Thank you.
It is important, you know, if something happens, as long as we are traveling together, it is my duty to keep you safe.
Well, I appreciate that, but I don't want any of you to get hurt because of this. So
I get
keep that
hurt in
mind.
every fight.
Well,
I'm
hurt
not
more than
worried
you can
about it.
handle.
Getting hurt to protect people is my job.
Okay, but there has to be a point that is
There is
more than you
not.
can handle. So that's impressive. Okay.
My job, why I have these tattoos, the ones I have, the ones that are my blood, I have them because it is my job, my duty, my honor to, if needed, lay down my life to protect those that are my own.
Well, okay. You can keep me safe, and I will keep you safe while keeping me safe.
That is perfectly reasonable.
Teamwork.
That is how Barney and I have been cooperating since we started traveling together. I protect her, and she protects me, and that is tribe.
Well, I'm glad I'm part of the team now.
I don't know, that's all I've got.
While we're traveling, may I look on the side of the road for things to make a health potion?
You are in a much more, what's the word I'm looking for? Bountiful region. So, yeah, It will definitely not be as difficult as it might have been if you were in the Geistlands. Also, after this roll, I have a brief correction about what I said about Phaeton. Because there is someone in the group whose name that sounds familiar to.
Oh. Oh.
Natural 20, so I
was
got
gonna-
a total of 25.
25?
Mhm.
So, over the course of the day, you find enough ingredients that you could craft 1, possibly 2, just common health potions. But you would have to be very particular about your ingredients. That would be if you were trying to make 2, I would make you specifically roll for that. Yeah.
Roll what?
I don't know. An herbalism kit check, probably.
Okay,
which
I can
would
do that then.
Which I would query off of wisdom. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that then.
So, the brief correction is Shay. The name Phaeton...
I knew I was going to be the one to do it.
Yes. The name Phaeton just sounds familiar to you. You don't know if you've ever met this person, but it was a name that you remember from before you left Urtu.
Interesting.
As everybody's walking along, Bernie is actually talking to Shay. And starts off a small talk, as it always does.
Yep.
When
I think at this point, Shay kind of knows it's coming, and she's like, she's not in a great mood to small talk, because she
She's
knows
like,
it's not just small talk.
Just put the dagger in. Stop sliding it in slowly.
being polite, okay? She's being polite. And then she will kind of bring her voice down quietly and say, "Alright, I know it was meant to be a secret about your shape-shifting capabilities. And I also know that they all saw, but, just in case. I'm wondering, can you turn into people who you haven't met before?"
No. I have to have at least seen them.
Do you learn anything about them when you transform into them? You don't, like, magically
Just
know
look
them?
like them, I can sound like them. That's it.
Could you turn into one of those 2 guys that we killed? If the situation required.
Yeah.
Do you normally okay. I don't want to make presumptions, but you're like a really cool kind of girl.
Hello, fellow children.
Hello.
Exactly.
That's exactly what I was thinking. How do you do, fellow kids?
You're like a cool girl. Could you tell that Bernie was like very chill and popular as a child?
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever do spy stuff? Like,
Not really, no. It's not. I don't like that kind of thing. It's too serious.
you don't like being serious? Or just, you don't like high stakes? Or commitment?
I mean, it is pretty risky.
It's true, it didn't go so well for us and when we ran into that awful woman.
Right.
Alright.
I mean, it's fun, to trick some people out of, like, a drink at a bar or a couple gold or something by doing a trick, but I never do it for work.
I actually... I had thought of this the other day. I was thinking that there might be possibly a way for us to make some money. I don't know for sure. But, I don't have that much experience with that sort of thing. But
Are you saying you want to do crimes?
I don't know if it counts as a crime if you're not stealing. They'd be giving the gold over perfectly willingly, if maybe a little bit, you know.
So crimes. we're stealing from people.
No, not
It's called
stealing.
fraud.
Reach into their pockets
Fraud.
and take the money from them, but I don't know, you know, I get bored and I daydream and...
You daydream about crime? Do you do that often?
No, daydream about making money, but, you know, no, you're right. It's not exactly moral, so... And she's kind of looking at you like, are you gonna, you know, tell me that we can still do it?
I think Shay is just enjoying making Bernie uncomfortable.
Okay, I'll leave it for when we're really pressed for gold. And then she just gets back into normal conversation.
All right.
You ready for my herbalism kit roll, Casey?
Hit me. Not
Fun.
actually, but...
That'd be a feat from this far away.
Yeah. It's...
20 total.
So you are able to very delicately parse out 2 healing potions worth of ingredients. It will take about a full day to make them, but you've already begun making one of them. Yeah, so basically just with your free time and stuff, you can do that, and in a day or so, you will have 2 more healing potions.
You say that as if I had more previously.
You all do. You have 2 healing potions that are in the wagon that were given to you.
But also, healing potions are expensive, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, they're 50 gold a pop.
50 gold a pop, yep.
I just made us 100 gold a pop right there.
Yes. Druids, man. Druids. And also lenient DM, because it's just much cooler this way. Okay.
Also,
Yes.
Alois is gonna go up to Cordelia and be like, Cordelia, I thought you said we were gonna go to sleep.
I forgot about that. I'm very tired.
You should go to sleep. You should go to sleep.
I feel weird, because, like, what if someone comes to get me and I'm sleeping?
Don't worry. I'll impale them again. Go to sleep.
Okay.
This is the advantage of traveling in group.
You can't hear us, we're whispering.
It's a stage whisper, Scotty.
I thought she had really good hearing, though.
No.
My
Bloodhand,
passive is only 10.
Bloodhand has the worst perception of you all.
I really hate playing...
Anyone right
I
next to
really
them?
hate this passive perception. This is the worst passive perception I've ever had in any 5e game.
I know.
Zealot is like standing right next to them and she can't hear them, and Bernie's like 15 feet away and she's like,
Yeah. Bernie can definitely hear, because she's got 18.
I guess Cordelia's gonna go nap in the wagon.
Alright. So, over the course of the day, you manage to recover the amount of sleep that you lost last night, and you do manage to shake your exhaustion point. It's still, like, groggy and tired because it wasn't the best sleep. It was kind of like 4 hours broken over, like, or like 8 hours total broken over, like, 12 hours. So, but you are no longer exhausted, and yeah. So, and again, feel free to interrupt if you all have more things you would like to do. As the trees... Yes.
I am also keeping an active eye out for people, in addition to just my passive perception, just in case
Okay.
it changes anything or I get a perception roll.
Roll
Don't want
me-
anybody sneaking up on
Yeah,
us.
roll me perception.
I'm keeping an active eye out for pretty flowers I don't already have in my book.
Roll me a perception.
That's worse than my passive, so nope.
$11.
It's better than your passive.
From where you are, Zala, you can't really see any flowers, which kind of upsets you because you do love flowers. Yeah, there's not a ton at this road, like along the sides of this road. Bernie, you do not spot anything that seems to be of note. There aren't really any travelers you find on the road. And yeah, like you spot a couple forest animals because you are getting more into thick brush, but nothing out of the ordinary. Nothing worrying.
Bernie is looking for that goddamn black fist with the thorns on it everywhere, because she's like...
Question.
Yes.
Did Bernie write down the rabbits?
Yeah, of course she did. I didn't, because I'm gonna wait for my Rook and the Raven notebook to start writing down everything we kill, but yeah, she wrote down the rabbits, she writes everything that dies.
You might want to have a separate...
Yeah, I'll have a separate one for that.
Because you don't want to have your Rook and Raven journal just be full of a bunch of things that you all have killed.
I honestly was sitting there the other day and I was like, I take so few notes on things, it would be hilarious if that was the only thing I did notate. And I'm flipping back, I'm like, is that the day that we killed 3 rabbits for dinner, or is that the day that we killed a cow?
That's how she keeps track of the days.
Yeah.
Yeah, she looks back on the notebook and she's like, what did we kill that day? What day was it?
That makes a lot of sense, though. That's how Bernie separates the days.
I mean, that's how I separate the days right now. I'm like, did that happen on the day I had soup for dinner? Or did that happen on the day I had soup again for dinner, but a different kind? Because time is a flat circle right now.
I keep track of my days based on what game I'm playing. I know it's Wednesday because we're playing Everyone Dice. Tomorrow's my day off, so I know it's Thursday.
Yeah, that's fair. So, as the trees grow thicker, you spy a group of buildings at the edge of the tree line. While you approach, you notice that a mudslide has recently crashed through this small collection of houses, this small village, sweeping away not only trees, but entire buildings. The streets are lined with stunned gawkers, and near the river's edge are a few people hopeful that they can recover some of what might already be lost.
Well, I'm gonna, jog over.
To where? There's gawkers on the street, and there's... we can hear you. Oh, we lost Lynn.
Yep, Lynn's frozen.
Every time.
Lynn was consumed in the flames.
It's the Valentine's Day curse.
Suddenly, I am
Valentine's
Bernie.
Day curse has not alleviated.
Suddenly,
and
I'm Bernie, and Aaron is about
I'm the DM
2/3 of
and
the DM and Aloise. Nope, lean over a little bit more to the right, Scotty.
I'm leaning the wrong way.
Oh, no,
Yeah, I'm leaning the correct way.
Yeah, you're leaning the correct way. There, we're all on... I can't do that. I can't do that.
Oh, good.
There's Lynn.
Welcome back.
Hello, Lynn.
I'm gonna jog over to the people, and I'm gonna say...
Which people?
Just two of...
There are
closest.
people on the river, like near the river. You can see a few individuals who are like in the river, sort of dragging up like debris and like waterlogged like furniture and just other knickknacks, things like that, and they're just hauling it up on to the side, and then there's people just watching them.
First, I will go to the people watching, and I will say, is anybody hurt? Does anybody need medical attention?
No, I don't think so. Who are you? I've not seen you around town before.
We are passing through.
Oh, travelers. Okay.
My name's Bunny.
Does-
It's nice to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
Does anyone need help with anything?
Is there anything we can help fix?
Well, I think a lot of the other people got as much of it as they can, but little Kel needs some help, and they gesture to a young boy at the river's edge in a wheelchair, and he looks to be near tears. He's got this shaggy, dirty blonde mop of hair, dressed very plainly, and he's just kind of asking the people in the river if they can help. Some of them, are responding. You can catch bits of like, no, I don't think I can help you, Kel. Not right now, anyway. Too dangerous. And then there are some people who are just kind of ignoring him.
Well, I'm gonna run over and see if I can help him.
I'm gonna follow Bernie.
My favorite spell,
Yeah,
Casey.
I know you are. It's a
Can we guess-
5 foot. It's a 5 foot cube.
I know.
Okay. This is a river.
I know. I know
Okay.
exactly what I'm gonna do.
All right. So Bernie and Zala, you run over to this young boy, kind of. Who are you?
My name's Bunny. You alright?
My house got swept away. Dad's gonna be so mad at me.
Why would he be mad at you?
Because it's our house.
He didn't do anything wrong.
But I couldn't do anything. He hits his legs.
Oh. Oh. I'll take his hands and I'll say, sometimes in life, you can't do anything.
But the most important stuff is in there. Stuff from Mom. She's not here anymore.
Do you know where your house was swept to?
He kind of gestures. It's difficult to see right now because the river is like flooded with mud, and due to people being in it and moving around, the water isn't very clear. Kind of points to an area that people aren't in at the moment, about halfway through the river. A little less.
Alright. I'm gonna start clearing a way for us to walk through to there.
How are you gonna do that?
What do you mean, how? I have shaped water.
Yes.
That'll
I
only
can
work for
divert the
you.
water around us.
You can shape a 5 foot cube of water.
They can be in the
Not
same
enough.
square as me.
Yeah. I'm not saying they can't.
I don't think that all of us are gonna fit in one 5 foot cube. Have you
Definitely
noticed that
not.
Zala is huge?
Yeah. I would say 2 people could probably share the same square.
Send in the short
Not
people.
not Zala,
Also,
because she's huge.
I imagine a flooded river's pretty deep.
It is
Yeah.
fairly deep, yes.
Is there
You see
any-
that the people who are in the river don't seem to be touching the bottom. They're kind of treading water and then diving down. Not too far, but they're diving down
Okay.
for a couple seconds and then coming back up with stuff.
Then I'll cast it twice.
Okay.
It takes a full action to cast Shape Water.
Yeah, but it's instantaneous, lasts an hour.
It's still 1 action to cast Shape Water.
It lasts an hour, and I can have multiples of an effect at a time.
It's an action to cast it, and an action to change how it does something.
No, you can. If you cast this spell multiple times, you can have no more than 2 of its non-instantaneous effects active.
So she could do it.
But moving or changing the flow of water you direct is an instantaneous effect.
So why doesn't she just like create a hole where the house is that got swept away, and then we can just swim to it and stand there, and then it doesn't have to move. But while we're like looking for stuff, we don't have to worry about water rushing around and shit. I mean, we'd have to swim over, but like while we're looking, it would be clear.
Okay. So Shape Water specifically says if you cast this spell multiple times, you can have no more than 2 of its non-instantaneous effects active at a time. So, you can cause the water to form into simple shapes for an hour. You could change the water's color for an hour. Or you could freeze the water for an hour. Changing the flow or water up to 5 feet is an instantaneous action. So you can't have multiples of that. You could theoretically move the water and then freeze it, if that was what you wanted to do. But because of the way the river is flowing, I would probably put you on some kind of timer before the ice was just kind of swept away.
Can I make a thing of ice like that that's set into the ground? That's sort of like how they do bridge foundations.
Yeah, you probably could. I will need you to roll a nature check for that.
I hate being in a situation where your character can't really help, but a different character of yours would be perfect to help. But they're not here.
Talking about Petra?
Yeah.
Yeah, where's Petra? She could just go in,
Petra's-
pick it up, chill.
Yeah.
Petra's
Even
on a
to-
skyship.
Even Titania could probably do stuff because she could fly.
Yeah.
Well, also you gotta realize all those characters are way higher level than we are
Oh, yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but the biggest roadblock is Cordelia isn't as nice of a person as them, so I don't. She doesn't even know if she's gonna swim out
Yeah.
there. She kinda sucks.
16.
You're not taken by young Kel and his pleading,
Well-
tear-filled eyes.
Yeah,
Heartless.
but also, like, if they're like Bernie's gonna swim out, Cordelia doesn't need to go too.
That's fair. I get that. Sorry, what did you get, Aaron?
16.
So, you do manage to begin constructing this. Because of the way you have to shape it, because it's about 20 to 30 feet deep, depending on where you're at in it. It takes a lot of concentration and a lot of your effort to maintain this. For you to shape and freeze the water in that way so you could get to the house, probably only have about 5 to 10 minutes to search the house. but over the course of, I'm going to say half an hour, you do manage to create this sort of frozen tunnel into the river where Kel had pointed out his house. As you begin constructing this, he kind of...
What is the most important thing of your mother's that you want back?
Everything is in a bag. It's a
Everything is in...
a leather satchel. It's a bit rusty. Or, not rusty. It's a bit tattered. That's the most important thing.
Okay.
Of course.
It's got my chessboard in it too.
We're gonna grab everything, don't you worry.
Absolutely.
Thank you, frozen nice lady.
She's very cool. And I wink because I made a funny joke.
Oh, I get it.
No, you didn't. You didn't.
Ow. Okay, sure.
Bernie thinks she did, and that's the most important part.
I did, alright? I did make a funny joke. Here's the real question. Cordelia's not really stepping forward to help. Is Shay?
I think Shay's going to.
Nice.
Because,
See,
like...
you've got 4 people. That's heap.
Because, like, out of character, this is killing me. So, like, I would kill Shay if she didn't go help this poor
This
child.
plucked at Zala's heartstrings, so...
Hey, you play your characters however you want. I appreciate that Cordelia has different priorities than you all.
I think she will go sit beside him
Yeah.
while they wait.
Actually,
And offer
I like her
accompaniment.
reasoning though, that like, well, the other 4 are already doing it, and there's not really much I can do, so I get it.
quick question, Casey.
Yes,
Can I swim?
of course you can. Everyone can. Well, I don't know. Can you? That's a good question. Can you?
If only I could turn into a dolphin, guys.
I don't think Bernie's ever come across a body of water big enough to swim in. Would she
Depending
have?
on where Bernie was raised in Pyra, Pyra's a mostly port nation, so she probably was raised or spent a decent amount of time near the ocean. Whether or not she swam in it or learned to swim,
Like the sailors never learned to swim.
that's entirely your call, Lynn.
She's like, she wears like 7 layers. She was kind of raised in a specific way. I don't think Birdie knows. I think she's gone swimming before. I do not think she's a strong swimmer.
Okay.
I will say. It's not like a skill that she possesses, and for her to do it, she would have to put in a considerable amount of effort. Okay.
Oh, we lost.
Oh no,
Uh-oh.
Lady died.
I have no idea what just happened, but I, like, jumped into the office chat.
But,
I did.
oh well.
Weird.
I don't know what happened. It was really weird.
Now
Well,
I am
welcome
Shay. Oh.
Nope,
Well,
now
that
you're not
was-
doing it again.
That was
Not
really weird. I don't know what happened because I didn't click anything.
That's weird.
Huh.
Okay, so those of you who are heading into Aloise's frozen river tunnel, you head down into this otherworldly looking cavern of like frozen. It's very strange because it's clearly frozen around you, yet you can hear the river rushing as if it's right next to you, because you are literally in the middle of it. You make your way through silt and mud to this fairly destroyed house. It was a one-story, just log cabin sort of house that is pretty much entirely destroyed. And make me some investigation checks, please.
Oh no.
Just to let you guys know, I can't hold this for very long, so
How long do
probably
you have?
hurry.
Oh, sick.
Less than 10 minutes.
That is a natural 20 minus
I
2.
I got a 19.
Wait, did you say -2, Shay?
Yeah.
Oh no!
I got a 4.
I got a 16.
So, Aloise is a bit too focused on maintaining her concentration so you all don't get crushed by the ice and the river and the debris that is floating around you. Bernie, Zala, and Shay together kind of moving this debris and kind of looking through what used to be rooms. After a few minutes, you find this waterlogged leather satchel that is like it's closed, it's latched, but it's heavily damp and damaged. Yeah.
I will cast Mending on it just to try to remove any water damage that might linger.
Alright. So some of the fraying on it kind of repairs. It's still a bit damp because Mending doesn't really remove that. It just...
just repairing the varnish on
Yeah.
the chessboard, if there is
Yeah.
any. Just, trying to polish it up.
Once we
Are
get back
you
onto land,
are you opening it to do that on the chessboard? Because it's a
Yeah.
closed satchel.
I'll open it just to make sure, just if everything's in there and see if anything got damaged.
Okay.
Just her instinctual reaction is just open it up and check.
So you unclasp the latch on the satchel, flip it open. You stick your hand inside, and it's like sticking your hand into a bit of jello almost. It's this very weird, strange sensation. And when you pull your hand out again, there's no damp, there's nothing, on your hand, but it is a very strange sensation.
Is this a bag of holding?
I don't know, is it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is!
Well,
Damn it.
maybe it's a bag of hunger, like what you gave us, Lynn.
Maybe.
Stick your hand in again, and you lose it.
My boyfriend just walked in the room and brought me a waffle.
Hey! Where's
waffle.
our waffles?
Yeah.
Damn
can you
it.
bring me a waffle?
Presumably still on the waffle truck, because I'm pretty sure this came from a waffle truck.
Send the waffle truck up here, damn it.
Sure, it'll be there in 4 weeks, assuming that it can even leave, the United States.
It can't.
And
You
then
can't get it. You
down
can't
here.
get in here.
Yeah.
We don't want you Americans in here. I mean,
Wow.
I want all of you
Thanks.
in here. But
Love
I
you
don't.
too,
The maid's
Kacey.
not American.
I don't.
Poor AJ.
I don't rule Canada yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, give it time.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So
So,
it's warm.
what are you going to do now? You found this bag, this strange bag.
Take any clothes, if there is anything, cast Mending just in case they're damaged.
Yeah.
Is there an extra wheelchair to grab?
Oh, that's a good idea.
You don't find an extra wheelchair of any kind. You do see a small chest that you open, and you find a lot of soaked clothing. You grab like a handful of that, kind of throw it over your shoulder, and yeah, if there's nothing else you guys are looking for, you make your way through Alois's ice tunnel as it begins to crack and weaken from the pressure, and
We would be dead if we got underneath here while it broke.
Yeah,
We would get swept away and drown.
I don't like being in here.
it's possible you could have died.
I would have sucked. Everybody except Cordelia. Like, Cordelia would have been sitting there and be like,
Cordelia's just sitting on the
I'm about to meet 4 real cool new people.
Yeah.
Along for that.
Yeah, sitting on
I don't
the
have a
river,
backup character made yet, so
Oh, you should all probably make backup characters, because as I've said...
I don't like that.
I
No,
would prefer not
if I make a
to.
backup character, that means that it will happen.
have backup ideas.
No.
Alright,
I
fine.
don't.
Be Taliesin.
I already
Too
am.
soon.
Okay. Too soon. He's right there. He's in Scotty. Look. Scotty, point to
He's
him.
right here. He's right here. He's
Yeah.
right here.
Very nice.
And then, of course, there's the fact that I'm bi, I have a colorful mohawk, and I've got a tremor.
There you go.
Anyway.
True. So you all make your way up onto the now completely, like, soaked riverbank. Like, people have tossed up a ton of waterlogged and damaged things here. So, Kel sees you all approach, and he kind of grabs for the bag.
Well, hold on one minute, and I'm gonna shape the water out of all of the stuff we're about to give to him.
Oh, good idea.
Okay. Yeah, that you can definitely do. So, it takes a little bit, because I'm going to say there's more than 5 feet of water. But after, less than a minute, 30 seconds, you kind of focus on bringing the water out of it and just tossing it back in the river. Everything else is fairly dry. Still has that sort of air-dried feel to a lot of the clothes. But Kel takes the bag happily and flips it open, reaches his hand in and pulls out a chessboard, puts the chessboard back in, reaches his hand in, pulls out you see him pulling out just a bunch of stuff that he's just kind of checking on. Thank you so much. You guys are the best.
We also brought some of your clothes and, maybe your father's clothes up here with you, just in case you need a change. I don't know if you want to put that in your magic bag, and I hand them down.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think about that. He starts stuffing some of it in his magic bag. Are you guys staying? I could get Auntie to make a celebration dinner for you as thanks.
That sounds like great fun.
But...
Okay.
No, Cal. Why don't you just stay here and try to calm down and we'll talk about it?
Okay.
Alright. I'm very proud of you for staying so brave. I know that this is scary.
Thanks. It was very scary.
No, I hate water.
I don't mind water. I like water, actually, but I don't know.
Not this much.
Not this much.
I know what you mean.
I think Lonely Lizzie is mad at us.
Who?
Lonely Lizzie.
She's the witch, and she lives in the forest nearby. She protects
Why?
us.
Why do you think she is mad?
Because he gestures at the...
Can she?
Oh, this can
Do
happen
this?
for a variety of reasons. Not just magic.
But she's like a weather lady, makes it okay, and it's been raining so much. At least Auntie says it's probably Lonely Lizzie.
Sometimes
would
it's
she
not
be
because of
mad?
the rain, but because of overfarming.
Really?
Well,
Mm-hmm.
has she ever done anything like this before?
I don't think so. She's kind of nice, kind of creepy. She looks in windows if they're not closed and there's no blinds. But it's just to make sure that everyone's okay.
Alright, well, Kel, why don't you hold very tight onto your mother's bag, and we'll be back in a moment, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
And I ruffle his hair a little bit. And then it's huddle time.
Huddle time.
Huddle, huddle, huddle!
You know, it's such a shame I don't have an extra pair of legs to give him.
It is.
Maybe we should have taken it from the monster.
I don't know if he'd want monster legs.
I think
Would
there's
that be
more
cool?
pressing matter.
Yes, alright. First of all, have any of you ever heard of any woman like this?
Oh yeah, tons of druids are
A
like
witch?
that.
Yeah, a witch. I know that, well... That's a fair point, Eloise, but I mean specifically who go around creeping in people's windows and stuff.
Yeah, druids.
I'm gonna look for confirmation in everybody else's faces. Is this a normal thing? We're all from a broad variety of cultures. Is this another just Alois weird?
Hey, I'm from
or-
isolated forest culture, so...
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if this is just Alois being weird. Can I like roll a check? Bernie's so bad at these, but I feel like I'm gonna try.
I'll be right back, y'all.
I don't know if I'm... Yeah, go ahead, Scotty. I don't know if I'm gonna make it a check, but
Just
what
a legend.
what are Alois and Shay's or not Alois, sorry. What are Cordelia and Shay's response to Bernie's question?
No, this is not normal.
Meanwhile, in Aloise's village, every druid protects the village this way.
Not
This
entirely this way, but it's not dissimilar.
This might just be a local village's way of explaining, you know, the weather. But I don't know. She comes and looks in the
Maybe they
houses
do have a
at
druid
night.
here. We used to do that
Maybe.
sometimes, every few months. Something like that.
Well, the question is, do we want to stay in and poke around, or do we want to get going?
I mean, it would only be polite to say hello to the persons whose territory we've entered.
Alright, maybe leave an offering, or...
I mean, I don't know if we'd need to leave an offering, just say hi as we're popping through their home, basically.
Alright. So, maybe we do that. Just
You
don't-
are truly fascinating, Eloise. You know that, right?
You're an interesting puzzle.
I think you guys are fascinating.
Oh,
I could write like 3 books on the interactions we've had in the last few days.
Really? About what?
About everything. Everything she says is, I don't know.
It's fascinating. I will give her that. I think a book about us would be very fun. You know? be like, the 5 beautiful women of the world, traveling around, kicking ass. Sounds
It's
fun.
really nice you guys say that, because the rest of the village kind of considered me like kind of a stick in the mud.
Really? You are quite fun, if I'm being... I think, you know what, let's just take a moment to say, I think you're all wonderful people, and I like you all very much, and you're all very fun. Shay's been teaching me how to do yoga. I can now touch my toes. Did you know that? I can do it now. Cordelia, I love hearing your music. Alois, you say things that keep me up in the best way.
I'm the worst.
And the worst, just turning over phrases in my mind. And of course, without you, Zala, I don't think I'd be here.
I'm sorry, I'm eating. Hold on.
Okay.
Zala's mowing down on a waffle.
Alright, well, perhaps we stick around for dinner, get a free meal, and then say hello to this lonely Lizzie.
If she does not normally act this way, then perhaps something is wrong.
Perhaps. Maybe she's getting particularly lonely.
I mean, it's not particularly normal for a druid not to be with their circle. Unless their circle calls for it, like mine does.
I don't...
Well, let's ask Kel. We'll go back to Kel.
Kel is just like 2 feet away watching this.
We did our little huddle.
Actually, Kel has removed the chessboard from his bag. It's placed on his lap, and he looks to be going through this. It's like a very small, super small kind of chest that is filled with letters. And he just kind of looks to be going through the letters. You're not sure why.
Hi, Kel. It's me.
Hi,
No,
Bunny.
Hi. We would love to stay for dinner, and
Oh, good.
we were actually thinking of talking to lonely Lizzie. Do you know where she lives?
Oh, I don't know, but Auntie does.
Well, if your auntie knows, perhaps.
She'll join us for dinner. She'll want to thank you for helping me. Thank you.
Yeah. In the meantime, do you want to play a game of chess?
Oh, yeah, okay. But
Yeah.
afterwards, I gotta set it up proper.
No problem. I'm not very good at it, just to warn you. I had
Me neither.
friends who were much better, but maybe I
I'm
might just...
pretty good. I could help you. But
We're going tag
Chat.
team? It's a game people play.
Yeah.
It is a strategy game.
That's what Dad
I'm-
says.
Not very good at it. We don't have it in village. I've played outside.
What about you, Shay? Are you good? Maybe we can set... Alright, so why don't we do this? Cordelia, why don't you go on Kel's team, and then it would be me, Shay, Alois, and Zala, and the 4 of us will try to beat the 2.
that doesn't sound very fair for you.
Well, here's the thing, though. You and Kel may be masters, but I'm sure if the 4 of us put our heads together, we can come up with something.
What do you think, Kel?
Let's beat him.
This is how chess was meant to be played. 2v4, 6 people.
Yeah.
Considering that just the other day someone posted in Discord some time travel chess, this isn't too far off.
No.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Gods.
So the 6 of you now, Kel takes you away from the riverbed, and he leads you to a small, comfortable looking inn, what did I call that? Known as the Full Weasel. And doesn't seem to be too busy or anything. There's a few people either just kind of recovering. They look a bit shell-shocked. There is, a person tending bar, but overall it's pretty empty. And he sets up at one of the tables along with Cordelia and begins to prepare a chess game. And that's where we're going to take our break. We'll come back to find out how well Kel and Cordelia do against 4 people who don't really know much about chess.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah. So, Lynn, why don't you let us know what the password is for this week's art giveaway?
Forgot. It is art raffle time, people. So, just as a reminder, just a quick recap. Every week, I raffle off a sketchbook of any sketched bust of any character of your choosing. It can be your D&D character, your original character, whoever you want me to draw. I will draw them with tender loving care. All you need to do is enter this week's password, Onyx, into the chat, and have your whispers be open or be part of our Discord so I can get in contact with you. And I'll be announcing our winners after the break, so keep an eye on that.
Yes. We will be back in about 10 minutes. So,
See y'all then.
see you all then. And we're back. So, Lynn, tell us what we're going to do for the art raffle this week.
This week, since nobody entered it in chat, which is fine. I love you all. But also, get you some free art. You can do it even if you won before. You can enter into the art raffle. You may win again. You never know. So what I'm going to do instead is I've got my great little lesbian D6 here. I'm going to roll it. AJ is 1, Scotty is 6, and we're going to see amongst us who wins. I rolled a 4, which is Kacey.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, seriously. That's
Oh.
a freaking 4.
Okay.
So, Kacey, congratulations. You are the winner of this week's art raffle.
I'm going to have to think on...
Draw any character of your choosing.
Yeah, I'm going to have to think on that.
Can I pitch Booger?
Nobody's gonna know who
But
Booger
no one
Can
knows...
I pitch Gerhardt?
That's
Can I
who
also-
I was going to suggest.
Or the Big Bad?
Or
You don't-
or
Or Gerhardt's sister.
You
Or-
might not have met
Steven.
the big bad.
Ooh, or
Well,
Steve.
okay.
I'll make you draw
The
Hannibal, actually.
the
I'm-
woman that we currently think is the Big Bad.
Abigail?
Yeah.
She has
Abigail.
a name. Her name is
What?
Abigail.
I don't know if
Ulrich.
we
Can
do
I
we
draw?
know it in character though.
Yes, you do.
Can I draw Phaeton so I can see
Oh.
what that bastard looks like? I'm gonna be ready.
Can you draw Phaeton?
Yeah. Can you request Phaeton so I can draw them, and then when we come across them in game, we'll all know who to be suspicious about?
I mean, sure, but there is the chance, and I'm just gonna say this, there is a chance you will never encounter that character.
I highly doubt it. You name drop them, which means that we have to now, legally.
Plus, what he said to Shay about it, what they said to Shay about it was like that this person is from Urtu, which heavily indicates that he is probably some kind of shapeshifter of some sort.
Uh-oh.
I told you this.
Did you? No, you
Yes,
didn't.
I told you this.
Me?
Yes.
Check your DMs.
Uh-oh.
I don't
Wow.
remember if it was in DMs or if it was like an actual
Oh,
in character thing.
No, you told Bernie. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
you did. My bad. I thought you meant that you had said Phaeton specifically. You brought his name up before, but no, you did say that. You right. Well, damn it, we're never gonna meet Phaeton. We're gonna meet like 17 different Pharrells and Stevens, but never a Phaeton.
you
Steven.
meet an Alois who refuses to
Steven.
change into an animal, and that's how you know that it's not Alois.
Oh, there we go. We have a way to tell Alois apart.
I'm torn between Steven and Gerhardt.
The answer is Gerhardt. I'm not drawing an ox.
Okay,
I'm not drawing it off.
that's what you're drawing then. Gerhardt, I will give you a full good description of him for you to draw up. Right. So, chess. We rolled secretly to see how well people were going to do at chess. There were 2 natural 20s rolled, and it was not on the 4-player side. So,
Dream team.
over the course of maybe an hour or so, Cordelia and Kel have managed to completely rout the 4 of you. You've managed to take a few pieces, but nothing significant. You know, Kel and Cordelia still have their queen, the majority of their bishops and knights. You've managed to take a rook, which you are happy about, but by the end of it, they have put you in checkmate. And Kel he looks a bit proud of himself.
So what next?
Auntie's cooking right now. Dinner will be soon, and you can ask her about Lonely Lizzie.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Yeah. Can you help me set the game back up again? Yeah, I was playing it with my dad.
Where is your dad?
He's on a ship. We're from Mistvale originally, but we moved here because Dad said it would be better for me.
What's wrong with Mistfail?
Oh, it's slippery and uneven. He said that it's not a great place for someone who is in a wheelchair like me.
You know, I can't do
I
anything
understand.
right now because I don't have any heart to do it. But if you go to my village, we can help you out.
Help me out how?
You know, and she gestures up and down, specifically more towards his legs, like that.
Oh. You know, it kind of sucks sometimes, but I'm okay with my legs the way they are.
Hell yeah, you can still play a mean game of chess.
Yeah.
You really can. You beat
That's all you
people,
need.
but don't women.
Honestly, I'm good at chess, but I think you could have done it without me. You're scary.
Thanks. I play a lot. Dad says that it's going to be helpful because I'm going to be a military leader one day.
I could see that.
Could also see that.
And
Remember to go for the weakest link first.
Oh, well, sometimes. Sometimes you gotta take the risk, though. Like when we took your knight.
Is that what it was called?
Right? Yeah.
The horsey? Yeah, he's the knight.
Yeah. Right. It's all starting to fall together on why exactly we didn't win.
I'm gonna just gently tap the rook and say, "This one is my favorite."
Oh?
I don't have a reason. It just is.
That's okay. This one is my favorite. And he points to the bishop.
I also like the bishop.
This
Yeah.
one's mine because it's the most powerful. And she points at the queen.
Why
I
is
like
it
that.
called a bishop?
You know, I don't know. I think I'd read somewhere that it was based on, like, the church, but I don't know about that.
Actually, I know why.
Oh,
There was a woman, long time ago, named Alma, and she ran the finest woodworking shop in all the land. And she had a husband, and together they made chess pieces. And then he died, and she remarried a woman. So she was a bi shop owner. The business.
oh. I don't get
That was
it.
my second joke ever. They left them back.
That was terrible.
Oh, hold on. We're robot-y.
Oh no.
Oh no,
Oof.
okay. We're good now. It was robot-y for a second.
Technical
Lynn,
difficulties.
That was a terrible joke.
Lynn, that was horrible.
I
was
loved
awful.
it. I loved it. It went completely over Zala's head.
I didn't
It went
get
over
out of
Aloysius
character.
as well.
Out of character, Lynn, I loved it. In character,
Dumb joke.
In
It wasn't
character?
even a joke.
Kel did not understand it at all.
My friends and I used to take the chess pieces and make up stories with them, but okay, I see that I may have been the only one.
Well, that's a good enough story for me. She was a, what did you say? A bi shop owner.
Yes.
I'm gonna write to Dad and tell him that.
Cool. Didn't know it would make the news, but okay.
He's 8.
He is 8. Well,
Um,
never too young for the queer agenda, so.
no, never too young. So you spend the next half an hour or so helping Kel set up the chessboard again, and he's not setting it up to play again. He's setting it up sort of mid-game, reading the letters and like repositioning pieces, and it's becoming clear to you that he plays long-distance chess with his father, which is
That's so
Cool.
sweet.
one of the reasons it was an important thing for him. After that, a woman comes out from the kitchen. She's carrying a platter full of food that has not been ordered, but brings out these like pies and these quiches